הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You're on page 128, the second verse down. Ma yafeh hayom. How beautiful is this day. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
As we gather together to welcome Shabbat, we'll begin with Shiru Ladonai, is on page 131, a series of psalms that help us to prepare to transition from the week into this day of holiness.
Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato, Sapru v'goyim kevodo, B'chol ha'amim nifleotav, Ki gadol Adonai, Hulal me'od, Norahu, Al kol Elohim,
We'll continue with Shalom Aleichem now on page 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
So we welcome Shabbat as a community. We also welcome Shabbat as individuals and families. And We are so happy that Ayomi is here with us with her family. Ayomi will be reading from Torah tomorrow as she becomes bat mitzvah and helping to lead our congregation tonight as well. And in honor of her bat mitzvah, I want to invite her mom, Melina, and grandmothers Judith and Barbara to help us light the Shabbat candles. If you'd like to follow along, they're going to begin with a reading on page 121.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom.
Continue now with Lecha Dodi on page 138.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor b'diborecha hishmianu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shemo tiferet v'letehila lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'neilcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshava techila lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei mitoch hafecha rav lach shevet b'mekabacha huyachamo alaychem la lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela Hitoreri, kiva orech, kumi uri, shir daberi, kavod Adonai, alayich nigla, lecha dodi.
We rise and face the door.
Likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha utala toch emune am segula boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela.
standing and turn to page 263. So we join in Chatzi Kaddish, and I want to invite Ayomi to join us here on the bima.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba be'alma divrachute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon v'yomechon u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael bagala u'v'hizman kariv v'himeru amen yeheshmei rabba mevarach Le'alam olam me'amaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei d'kudusha b'richu Le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiram ve'alma ve'imeru Amen.
Baruch et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed.
Sorry, there we go. That's it. And
Please be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chochma poteach she'arim uvit vuna meshane itim u'machalif et hazmanim u'msader et hakochavim b'mish merotehem b'rakir kirtzveno b'rei yom v'layla galil or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or u'mavir yom uvevi layla Umavdil bein yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim.
Amen. 266.
Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha avta, Torah u'mitzvot u'kim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta. Alkein Adonai Eloheinu, v'shofbeinu v'kumeinu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach v'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha, le'olam le'olam va'ed. Ki hein chayenu ve'orach yameinu, u'rahem negei yomam v'layla, ve'avartecha ol tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael, ohev amo Israel. We continue responsively in English. In each age, we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment, we address by the world.
in each age we are challenged by our ancient teaching. At each moment we stand face to face with truth.
In each age, we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment, the knowing heart is filled with wonder.
In each age, the children of Torah become its builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth.
Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Baruch Shem kevod malchuto le'olam va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We continue responsively in English in the middle of 269. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all.
Yet that oneness eludes our grasp as imperfection and evil abound.
Before our eyes there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness.
There is evil enough to break the heart, and there is good enough to exalt the soul.
When will redemption come?
When we grant everyone what we claim for ourselves.
Long ago we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
We learn God's presence redeems time and event, so we celebrate this power that makes for freedom. Mi chamocha be'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot o seifele, nora tehilot o seifele, machotecha rahu vanecha, bokei ayam livnei Moshe u'Miriam ze'lianu ve'amru Adonai yimloch Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov Ogalo miad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael.
Shkivenu, page 271.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom, L'shalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom, L'shalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Amen.
I want to extend a special welcome. There are a number of people who are here in our congregation tonight who were part of our Taste of Judaism class that we just finished this week. It's a three-part series for people who are just interested in learning a little bit about Judaism, kind of see a little nibble, a little sense of what Judaism is. And one of the things that we discussed and really modeled in our last class on Wednesday was about the holidays, but in particular about Shabbat. What makes Shabbat such an important part, and I would even say probably the most important part of being Jewish. It's this consistent reminder every single week that time is not just a reoccurring event, that day after day, it's not just one day after another through the drudgery of life, but that in fact there is moments of pause and beauty, and that in fact we're commanded to stop and pause and just be. And so as we join together on page 272 with Vishamru, this section, a selection from Torah that talks about what it means to be commanded to keep Shabbat, to guard it, and to have it as this covenant between us and God, this beautiful piece of connection that has really established us as a people throughout all time.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam, beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam. Yambada bam bam bye, Shabbat, Shabbat, yambada bam bam bye, Shabbat, Shabbat, yambada bam bam bye, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ubayom Hashvi Shabbat vayinafash. Yambada bim bam bye, Shabbat, Shabbat, yambada bim bam bye, Shabbat, Shabbat, yambada bim bam bye, Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
We'll rise together now for the Amidah, which begins on page 274. We'll begin silently with our own individual prayers.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei V'Imaot, U'Mevi Gula Livnei Bneihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayim eti atah Rav leHoshia, Morid hatah, Mechalkel Chaim bechesed, Mechayim etim berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofei cholim, U'matir asurim, U'mekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, U'mido melech, Melech me'mid u'mechayem, U'matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chayot metim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hametim.
Page 276. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom yalalucha salha, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh.
Amen.
Please be seated. Yasher koach, Ayomi, very well done. And our service will continue now on the bottom of 277.
Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, ritzei v'menuchatenu, kadshenu b'mitzvotecha, v'tein chelkeinu b'toratecha, Sabeinu mituvacha, v'samcheinu b'shuatecha, v'taher libenu, v'taher libenu, v'taher libenu le'avdecha be'emet, v'taher libenu, v'taher libenu, v'taher libenu le'avdecha be'emet. V'hanchileinu Adonai Eloheinu be'ahava v'ratzon Shabbat kodshecha ve'anuchu ba'Yisrael mekadshei shmecha Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat.
We'll read together in the middle of 278. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat.
Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amecha Yisrael u'tefilatam be'ahava tekabel u'tehi l'ratzon Tamid avodat Yisrael Yisrael Amecha El Karov Lecho Korav Panei El Avadecha Vechonenu Shefoch Ruchacha Aleinu V'techazena Eineinu B'shuvecha leTzion Berachamim Baruch atah Adonai Hamachazir Shechinato LeTzion LeTzion LeTzion.
In the middle of 281, we join together in this prayer of hoda'ah, of gratitude, as we're mindful of the blessings that we encounter each day. If we think about the week that has passed between this Shabbat and last, surely there are things for which we can find gratitude. Even if we had a difficult week, there still were sparks of blessing there too. So let's sing together Ve'al Kulam.
Ve'al kulam, ve'al kulam, yitbarach v'yitromam, yitbarach v'yitromam, shimcha malkeinu, tamid le'olam va'ed, ve'al kulam, ve'al kulam, yitbarach v'yitromam, yitbarach v'yitromam, shimcha malkeinu, tamid le'olam va'ed, v'chol achim yoducha selah, v'yalalu et shimcha be'emet, ha'el Yeshuateinu ve'ezrateinu selah, Baruch atah Adonai Hatov Shimcha, Hatov Shimcha, Ulecha, Ulecha Noe Leodot.
Our prayer for shalom, for wholeness and peace in our world, page 282.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Ata Melech Adon Lecho HaShalom. Ki Ata Melech Adon Lecho HaShalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. Baruch atah Adonai, hamavarech et amo Yisrael, b'shalom.
Take another moment for silent prayer.
Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kol yoshvei tevel.
I invite you to turn ahead to page 371. In the middle of that page, in a moment, we'll join for a Misha Berach, a prayer of healing. It's our custom to pray for healing of both body and soul. We know that illness can be in many different facets and affect people in different ways. And so as our thoughts together hopefully make some difference in the universe to bring a bit of healing to them, or at the very least to turn our thoughts to care for those we love who are in need of healing, it should make a difference. This Shabbat especially we think of Stephen Gertzman, Colleen Price, Leah Rina bat Elisa Chaya, Barbara Levitt, Leah bat Sarah, Mildred Feldman, Judy Ashburn, David Natan Ben Serel, Michael Cavell, Yana Timko. I invite you, if there are any other names to share, if you would rise and speak them out loud at this time.
Andrea Millman, Doreen Rosen, Mark Brown.
Ben Hartman. Join together in this prayer of healing.
Misha Beirach Avoteinu ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom again to everyone. Before I will share my drush, I want to just speak a few announcements of upcoming events here at the shul. You can find these in the handout that you received as you walked in the sanctuary. I won't read them all, but just to highlight a few things coming up. One is that our next Shabbat Kavanah service will be on the 31st of May. Those of you who have yet to experience it, it's really wonderful. We are trying a new style of service once a month, where we have an early service and we set the sanctuary up in a round. There are musicians, it's a very musical service, very soulful service, and it's been really, really popular, but more than that, just really meaningful, I think, to many people. So I hope you'll come for that on the 31st. It so happens we will also be having a Temple Shalom U dinner and conversation following that service, and we are very, very excited to be hosting Terry Glavin, a local author and journalist. So if you do want to join us for dinner, please RSVP either online or you can phone the office. Shavuot is coming up, our holiday of receiving Torah, and there's a few things happening for Shavuot. We are having, for the first time, I don't know, at least since I've been in Vancouver, we're having a community-wide Tikkun Leil Shavuot. There's a tradition of staying up late on the evening of Shavuot and studying Torah together. And we are going to do a community study. It's a partnership with Temple Shalom, Beth Israel, and Or Shalom. It will be at King David High School. So this is June 8th, Saturday night. And we are going to have a panel of 3 rabbis, Rabbi Dan, Rabbi Hannah Dressner of Or Shalom, and Rabbi Jonathan Infeld from Beth Israel on, it's called 3 Rabbis, 3 Commandments, Stealing, Coveting, and Honoring. So you get a piece of the 10 Commandments. Rabbi Berger, who's the school of Stephen Berger, the school rabbi of King David, will be facilitating. We'll have a shared service together that Rabbi Stein and I will lead, and it should be really a lovely evening. So come for that. There will be cheesecake, and it should be a good time. Sisterhood is having a cheesy afternoon the next day in honor of Shavuot, where it's featuring laughter as a wellness tool with Janice Bannister and a cheesecake contest. So if you haven't turned lactose intolerant yet, those 2 days you might. I'll let you look at the other things. I'll just make note that there is an announcement about the men's retreat in Whistler, but I heard it was sold out. So I'm sorry if you didn't make the cut, but there is always next year. So a fun fact, did you know that in the whole book of Leviticus, there is only one woman named? And it so happens, it's in this week's parashah. Her name is Shlomit. And though we don't know much about her from the Torah, her story, as we learn from Midrash, from other rabbinic stories, is one of the saddest I know. It's a story that gets told in fragments, mostly through the commentary of Rashi. But it begins abruptly and ends savagely in this week's parashah and more. This parashah is like much of Leviticus, full of many laws, many about the priesthood, and the first major description of the Jewish calendar, laying out all of the festivals in their order. In fact, that's just where we are when out of nowhere appears this strange little piece of narrative. I'm going to read it. The son of an Israelite woman, who was also the son of an Egyptian man, went out among the children of Israel. And this son of the Israelite woman and another son of an Israelite man fought in the camp. The son of the Israelite woman pronounced the name of God and cursed it. So they brought him to Moses. The name of his mother was Shlomit, bat Dibri, of the tribe of Dan. They placed him under guard to clarify the matter. God spoke to Moses and said, "Take the blasphemer out of the camp, and everyone who heard him should place their hands upon his head, and the entire congregation shall stone him." It's brutal. Now, any mention of stoning in Torah is hard to read. It's a punishment whose violence is so stark and primitive, so totally out of step with modern sensibilities. But this stoning in particular seems so personal and so vindictive. What is going on here? Why are we introduced to this nameless man before we really see his crime? What is he so angry about? And what does God mean by this public execution? The whole thing is mysterious. Now, when there's a mystery in Torah, the rabbis come to the rescue with explanations, interpretations, stories, ideas. And they give many to explain the backstory to this narrative, including one idea that he was upset because his mother's tribe, Dan, would not let him camp in their area. But I want to focus on two midrashim that are about his mother. The first lays the blame at her feet. It teaches this. Rav Huna said in the name of Bar Kapara that there were 4 reasons that the Jewish people were redeemed from Egypt. 1, they did not change their names. 2, they did not change their language. 3, they did not speak lashon hara, or gossip. And 4, that none had committed any sexual immorality. To which the rabbi said, "None? Oh, well, there was Shlomit." They say that her name, Shlomit, was called Shlomit because she would always say shalom to her neighbors, meaning she was too friendly. The Midrash continued, "This is a shame for his mother," meaning the man from our parsha, "a shame for him, a shame for his family, a shame for the tribe from which he came." Shame. I don't like that word. The rabbis are saying from this midrash that this man from our parsha, he was caught in this terrible situation of cursing God because he was a product of shameful immodesty, and it spread from his mother to his own self-worth. The second perspective is from Rashi, who asked the question, who was the Egyptian who was the man's father? Rashi takes us back to the story from Exodus. So you might remember when Moses saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew. He says that this Hebrew was the husband of Shlomit. And the Egyptian who was beating him took a liking to her. And one night he came and woke up the Hebrew man and took him out of his house. And the Egyptian came back, and in darkness she thought it was her husband. The Hebrew man returned and understood what had happened, and then the Egyptian realized that he knew and began to beat him and torture him. So here, the man in our parsha had an ambiguous status beyond his control, one that was the consequence of a terrible, terrible crime, but also shame. Here, his mother is presented as a victim with all of the associated trauma. Shame. It's difficult to hear the rabbis talking about shame as a reason for what happened, both to this woman and to her son. Shame, as we know, has been used against women throughout all of time. We clearly know this today. We see this playing out in conversations about legislating women's bodies in the United States. So much of the public policing of women's bodies revolves around manipulating ideas about shame. Brené Brown, who some of you might know, not personally, maybe, I don't know, but she is a renowned author and speaker, wrote a book many years ago titled Women and Shame. In a conversation about that book, she said the following: "Shame is the intensely painful feeling or experience of believing we are flawed and therefore unworthy of acceptance and belonging. Women often experience shame when they are entangled in a web of layered, conflicting, and competing social community expectations. Shame leaves women feeling trapped, powerless, and isolated. What makes shame so dangerous is its ability to make us feel like we are the only one, different, on the outside of the group. Many of us actually fall prey to the same sources of shame as other women, and we experience similar reactions. But because of its isolating and secretive nature, we feel like it's only happening to us and must hide it at all costs. I've learned that when you look at shame in a social context, something amazing happens. Shame turns into collective vulnerability, and people realize that they are not alone. As Brené Brown understands it, the opposite of experiencing shame is experiencing empathy. That is perhaps where the Torah brings us, to the realization that we too must seek empathy over shame. Now, I know that this narrative that I read from the Torah is very difficult, and I don't mean to say that it's a good situation. But still, we read the difficult passages and we can see sparks of inspiration. And I want you to see what I believe might be an important message in this passage. There's a curious detail back from what I read in the beginning. If you remember, when God has the blasphemer taken out to be stoned, God requires that everyone who heard him should place their hands on his head. This is very unusual. It's not a normal part of capital punishment in Torah. And standing where we are in Torah right now at this time of year in the midst of Leviticus, it reminds us of something we just read a few weeks ago in the parasha where we remembered the origins of Yom Kippur. There we read that Aaron should lay both of his hands upon the head of a goat and confess upon it all of the sins and crimes of the children of Israel. Then the goat will carry on it all of their sins to an inaccessible region, and the goat shall be set free in the wilderness. There, with the goat, at least the symbol of the priest laying his hands upon the goat is a transference of the sins of the community onto the scapegoat. Could it be, then, when God asks everyone who heard him to lay their hands upon him before he was put to death, that God is forcing them to acknowledge their own sins, their own part in his lashing out? Because while certainly by the strict letter of the law he was guilty of the crime of blasphemy that would merit the death penalty, by the strict letter of the law, no tribe, I guess, had to let him camp with them. But why didn't they? How could they have turned him away? Where was their compassion? Where were the people when his mother was violently attacked? Did we do everything we could to support him and his family in the aftermath, her and her family in the aftermath of that tragedy? And where were we when he received the ruling from Moses? Did we rush to console him and offer our care? Everyone heard him, but no one listened. If he had no home, it was because we gave him none. If he cursed, it was because we allowed him to feel cursed. If he is guilty, then we are guilty. Perhaps then, despite the bleak judgment that comes at the end of this tale, somewhere in it lies a lesson, an injunction for us. When we see someone go this far astray, someone so far that they are ready to curse everything we believe in and to destroy himself in that process, our responsibility is not simply to condemn him, but also to turn and painfully ask ourselves, how did we fail him? Torah teaches us that our instincts should be towards empathy and not toward shame. May it be so. Amen. I invite you, if you will, to turn back in the Siddur to page 570. We are in the period of counting the Omer, these days between Passover and Shavuot. Each night we count a new day. And tonight is the 28th day of the Omer. So if you would please rise. We're ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer. We'll say this blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Our praise to you, Adonai, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot and commands us to count the Omer. Hayom shmona v'esrim yom shehem arba'a shavuot ba'omer. Today is 28 days, which are 4 weeks of the Omer. There we are. We'll remain standing and turn ahead to 586 for Aleinu.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latei gedula leotzer breshit, shalo asanu kegoye ha'aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shalo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kecho hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, shehu notei shamayim ve'yoser haaretz, u'moshev yakaro b'shamayim imah, u'shchinatu zo, v'govei meromim, ku Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu ek besulato, kakatu b'torato, ve'adata hayom v'shevota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu Elohim, בשמיים ממעל, בארץ מתחת עינות, ונאמר, ויהי אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Page 594, a reading before the Kaddish. It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch, a fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be and oh to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing, to love what death has touched. This Shabbat, we share the names of our loved ones who have died in recent days and at this time in past years. And I invite you, as I share their names, to please stand in your place as you honor their memory. We are in Shloshim for Alan Adirim, Esti Amit, Albert Brody, Doug Cowling, Linda Friedman Katz, Gary Gutman, Donna Moskowitz, Buddy Smith, Michael Street, and Roxanne Tebow. We mark yahrzeit this week for Lily Alvarez, Ian Angus, Jack Auerbach, Florence Auerbach, Hershey Bellsberg, Gerald Chertko, Abraham Chodos, Piet de Wijze, Jacoba de Wijze, Louis Easton, Oscar Eisenstadt, Esther Fogelbaum, Harold Freeman, Ben Gilligson, J.J. Glazer, Lillian Halter, Sue Harris, Yehoshua Hendel, Joseph Hoffman, Alejandro Jung, Mendel Konofsky, Martin Jeff King, Louis H. King, Louis Lieben, Anita Mabe, Boris Manis, Benjamin Miller, Francis Miller, Rose Needleman, Bessie Newman, Trevor Norman, Zara Norman Miller, Bella Odwak, Rabbi Harold Rubens, Shirley Scholes, Alan Shepard, Joseph Sinclair, Rita Sonner, Bob Spevikow, Ruth Starin, Natalia Strasnick, Raymond Voisin, Alexander Weinberg, Joe Williams, Lou Young. Are there other names to mention for Kaddish? I invite you to stand and share them at this time. In solidarity with all who mourn, we stand now as one community and join together page 598 in the words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. Yizichronam livracha, may their memories always be a blessing. We say together, Amen. I invite everyone to remain standing, and Ayomi's going to join us down here at the lower podium to lead us in Kiddush and Motzi. If you turn back to page 122, you can follow along. Also, if anyone would like to come join as well, we've got lots of juice and manischewitz. We'd love to have you with us.
It's already poured, so you don't want to waste. Keep going. Yes. You can start.
Vayir voker yom hashishi, vayichu hashamayim v'ha'aretz, v'chol tzva'am, vayichal Elohim bayom hashvi'i, melachto asher asa, vayishpot bayom hashvi'i, mikol melachto asher asa, vayiverech Elohim et yom hashvi'i, vaykadesh oto, kivo shavat mikol melachto, Asher bara Elohim lasot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho v'ahava u'ratzon yichilanu, zikaron l'maaseh b'reshit, ki hu yom techila limra yikrai kodesh, zecher l'siyat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
I'll take that for now.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem mi'haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.